Welcome back to Coach's Corner on this Thanksgiving week, and we also have to talk about our girls basketball team, our second-year head coach, Krystina Muralt. I say that because I feel like you've been around here longer than that, but this is your second year. Obviously, things have got to be a little bit easier, smoother, maybe not, in your second year.
They are. I think it's a lot easier, especially with the same coaching staff. That makes it nice because we've already worked with each other. Coach Dixon finally came in from football, and so all three of us are there, and it's just nice.
Well, you had some unknowns last year. You had Chad Bodenstein and Ben Dixon. I don't know whether it's unusual to have a couple of men assistants on a women's team with a women's head coach, but there were some adjustments I'm sure you all had to make. But you all got along really well, and that's probably the key, is that if you get along, anything else can be worked out.
Yes. I mean, we all have different personalities, but really whenever we get together, we just mesh so well. And Coach Bodenstein and I worked the off season, and Coach Dixon just got in last week. And so, it's nice having the guys there separating the girls, working some one-on-one here, and it's just been really great.
Now, I don't want to get too personal here, but Coach Dixon has announced he's getting married. Have you teased him about that a little bit?
I asked him where my invitation was. He said it got lost.
Well, he has no idea how his life is going to change, does he? And we congratulate Ben.
Absolutely.
Now to the ball club. We're a couple of weeks from opening the season, December 5th, against Noah Homeschool out of Tulsa. I know you've had some scrimmages so far. Maybe just an overview of how the team has looked so far.
Definitely raw. We need to kind of clean up some things, but it's difficult to do whenever you have your girls in different sports, and so we've been together maybe 3 weeks compared to some other schools. I do see the first 5. It's nice. They work well together. Jaden Hawkins will most likely be our point guard this year. She's doing some good things already. Her movement and defense looks very nice. She's probably my leader. I mean, she is my leader of the team this year.
Point guards are natural leaders. Cheyenne Hull was a fantastic player for us.
Yes.
A 3-year starter. So those are big shoes to fill. But Hawkins got a little playing time last year, and she's such a stud athlete that you figure she's going to be able to work her way into it and figure it out. Although she hasn't played a lot, she's a good ball player.
Yeah, and I think her drive, her determination, she wants to be good. She'll start practice without us coaches there. I mean, she gets them and gets them going, and she knows what we want, and very vocal. She was sick the other day, and you could tell that she was gone. Her presence was definitely missed through her kind of just lead by example, being vocal, getting them where they need to be. So I look forward to seeing how she develops.
People always talk about how late football players come in for boys' sports, but you have to realize Coach Muralt had girls that were volleyball players that just got their season with not long ago, and then softball players. So you're in the same, if not even a worse boat, because you've got girls coming in from 2 different sports. So there really hasn't been, people may say, oh, well, you've had 2 months. You haven't had 2 months to work with this team.
No, I really haven't. We got our girls the last week of October. So really we've been about 3 weeks. We've had some scrimmages, just trying to get in the flow of working with each other. We've got girls that haven't played together that we're kind of not used to. I mean, last year our girls worked together, for a couple years, and now we've got new people coming in and filling some roles, and so we're just trying to, get the flow of things.
And that is a key because, you've got 5 or 6 or 7 girls that have played for your high school basketball team, but they may have had different roles than they're going to be assuming this season. So, you take that, and then you take a few new players, and there is a chemistry that has to develop. It doesn't matter whether you have experienced players or not.
That's right. So that's what we're working on right now. We finally found the 5 that Well, you know about the 7 that we're going to work with, and hopefully 8 and 9 develop to where they can be role players also. And that's just it. I mean, they've got to get in the flow of the movement of each other, where to look. You know, are they shooters? Are they not? Are they defenders? Are they, what's their position on the court? What are they there for? And so that's been the most challenging.
And as we saw your teams last year, you are a highly stressful coach on defense. You really preach that defense and try to score enough points to win. But I would imagine that philosophy hasn't changed either.
No, it hasn't. Something new. We're going to try some zones this year. The thing is you have got to be more versatile than just a motion and man. Although I feel very strongly about man. However, sometimes you don't have the manpower for it, and you have to really look at your clientele through, those eyes. And we're going to put in, 2 or 3 different zones. Try to work off that using what we have. And I think we played Edmond Santa Fe, during a scrimmage. They came here, beat our tails. We tried to do the run and gun with them, just couldn't. We played man the whole time. Then we went the following week up to their place, played a 2-3 zone. They beat us 10-8. And so just being able to contain the drive and not having to worry about so much, I think that helped us. So definitely look for some different defenses.
Okay. Well, Santa Fe, if you follow girls high school basketball, Santa Fe certainly has been one of the West powerhouses. So that's a good tough scrimmage. But you look at your early season schedule. We open with Noah out of Tulsa, which is a homeschool team, and I'm not sure what they've got this year, but I know that we go to Woodward, and then we have the Hera tournament, which every year produces 4 or 5 state tournament teams. So just in the first 5 games of the year, you're going to have some awfully difficult challenges ahead.
We are, and I think that's that's what you want to do at the beginning of the season. You may not win everything, but at least find out what you need to work on early on in the season. And I think it's good that the girls see that kind of competition. You can't become the best if you don't play the best. No, I think that'll be a good opener for us, especially being our first home game. And then Woodward, traveling 3 hours on a Tuesday. That's going to be difficult.
I know, I've got it circled there. Yeah, that'll be a tough one. But, as I always say, we're going to get the worst road trip of the year out of the way, the second game. And the Woodward girls, this isn't the Woodward of the 90s. They've been down a little bit, so you have to feel like that's probably a good road opener for your team, too. I
really do. And their coach, I played ball with through high school. She was coached by Coach Winburn. She has a lot of philosophies that are the same as mine with, man and things like that. And so I think it'll be a nice battle. Probably going to see a lot of the same kind of style of play. And so I think it'll be nice because the girls are pretty much used to it.
Now, they've been going to the Hera tournament. Are they going to go to the Hera tournament this year?
I don't believe so.
Okay, so you don't have a chance to see them twice in 2 days or whatever. So.
No.
Anyway, sounds like everything's going well, though, and we hope we have a great crowd out. I know we're publicizing the home opener on December the 5th, which is a Friday.
Yes.
That's going to be a big night, a lot of enthusiasm. We had the bash the other night for winter sports. So we need to get everybody enthused for this basketball season.
Absolutely. I think it's better, for our players whenever they see the community come out and supporting them. And that's how the small towns are. Everything shuts down. And I'd like to see more of that, happening.
Right. Especially in this community where this is our team. And I have to ask you, I was at the bash the other night. And by the way, that was a great event. But here's a coach who has to deal with players that come in from volleyball and players that come in from softball. And then I look up and she's sharing her team with the high steppers. You've got 2 girls or 3 girls that are high steppers that you have to share with. These kids, they really split their time, don't they?
Yeah, they really do, and it's difficult, especially when 2 of them are returning starters.
Right.
And you worry about, injury, you know, and on a Tuesday night when we're traveling to Woodward, them having to get up and do their high stepping in the morning at 6:30, and so, you know, I mean, it's great for the kids to be able to do that. You know, it's just something that you worry about as a coach when you're in season.
Absolutely, but I hats off and applaud those kids, and I know you guys, coaches, work very closely with each other to make sure that it all goes as smoothly as possible.
Absolutely.
And high stepping and cheerleading and all that, a lot of kids are very versatile and can do those things. Leslie and Claren are who you're talking about, who are not only really good basketball players, but they're really good high steppers too.
Yes.
So that's great. Good to see you. I look forward
Thank
to
you.
doing the radio with you this year as we look forward to the upcoming high school basketball season. Coach Muralt on this week's Coach's Corner.